Hey, welcome to 100 Mile Drive. And guys, we bought 2025 Toyota Crown Signia Limited with Advanced Tech Package. That means it's gonna be our new car on the channel. And no, we did not trade in our BMW X3 M40i. We still have that car. So for those who know, we were looking for a road trip type of a vehicle we could take to national parks, and we were shortlisting between Honda CR-V Hybrid, Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, and Toyota Crown Signia. And in this video, I want to talk about 5 reasons we decided to go with the Crown Signia over CR-V Hybrid and RAV4 Hybrid. And many of you might be wondering, how is this Crown Signia that has a 52K MSRP close to, let's say, fully loaded RAV4 Hybrid that has a 44.5 MSRP. Well, towards the end of the video, I'm gonna uncover how actually you can get this car much closer to the RAV4 Hybrid. And if you watch 100 Mile Drive for the first time, well, this is the channel where I say, before you buy a Toyota Crown Signia or any other car, don't just settle for a 5-minute test drive around the dealership block. Instead, rent a similar car, just like I did, and drive it for at least 100 miles on city streets, highway, and twisty roads to be able to answer the biggest question I'm answering on this channel: how does it feel to drive? And guys, I'm trying to hit my 5,000 subscribers. If you find value out of this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Now let's get into the video. And first reason why we decided to go with the Crown Signia is its fresh styling compared to the Honda CR-V Hybrid and Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. I mean, look at this vehicle. We had to wait for a month for the Storm Cloud and then tan leather interior that I'm gonna show you as well. But look at this design. I think it looks overall quite sleek, fresh, and certainly unique for this car. Now, Toyota calls it a crossover, but in Japan, this is called Crown Estate, which means station wagon. So yes, it does look like a station wagon, just maybe a little bit elevated. So I think overall it looks very elegant. And like I said, Toyota RAV4 definitely is due for the redesign, and we'll see soon what's the new update will be there. And then Honda CR-V Hybrid does look nice, actually. That's the car we were really considering. But this is the car that stole the show for us because we fell in love with its unique design. It looks even, from all the angles, in my opinion, this car looks really nice. And let me know what you think in the comments. So this was the #1 decision maker. And look at these wheels. These are beautiful wheels that you get with the limited trim. Even with XLE trim, those wheels look nice. But this is the reason #1 we also went with the limited package. And the second reason we went with the Crown Signia is the interior quality compared to RAV4 or CR-V Hybrid. I mean, look at this, like starting with the door, for example. Yes, this is a soft plastic. These are soft touch, but everything is really nice quality plastic, right? And one thing I like about this car versus, let's say, RAV4 or CR-V, I mean, this upper trim is soft plastic, somewhat soft plastic, right? And this one is pretty much the same type of material here, where in cars like a CR-V or Honda, this will be a hard plastic, and then the front will be a soft plastic. So they're really cutting corners and everything. Now, the other part I absolutely hate Honda and Toyota do is this. Like, this is soft touch, right? For front passengers and driver. But why, when we come to the rear door, this is plastic? I mean, it looks the same, but what is this? Why this is plastic? It's like they will not notice it, or who cares about the rear passengers? It certainly takes it away from the premiumness of the car. So I hope in the future they will keep it the same throughout, whether it's the front or rear, and it remains the same. Now, for those who never had luxury cars, they'll be like, what are you talking about? Honda CR-V Hybrid is good enough. But if you have luxury cars and then you have to buy one of the basic cars, then you will realize where they really cut corners. I mean, overall, it's a really nicely well-crafted machine, and everything does speak quality. And then, when you experience this interior, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is definitely on the level of Lexus. Like, this shifter comes from Lexus. This comes from Lexus. I mean, there are a lot of stuff that really come from Lexus. This car comes with standard ventilated and heated seats. This car standard with the video, right, meter that you can get on the RAV4 Hybrid. 12.3-inch screen standard. There are a lot of great things in this car that comes standard. And I even have traffic jam assist that also comes directly from Lexus. Now, the only difference, let's say, between this and Lexus RX, right, 350 is this. For example, while this does look quality, it's a little thin in my opinion. Like, when you press these panels, they kind of move a little bit. I don't think you can see that. Where in the Lexus, it feels a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more luxurious. Like this material is a little softer in RX. And also here, I think they were building Crown Signia, Lexus, and then they said, wait, we have to build Toyota, right? Not Lexus. And then this is where they really cut corners and then put this plastic piece, a huge plastic piece, where it does feel that it's a Toyota, it's not Lexus. Otherwise, everything, like I said, speaks quality. And when you sink into this cabin, you'll realize that this is a really nice place to be in. And this is another big reason why we went with Crown Signia over RAV4 Hybrid and Honda CR-V Hybrid. And the reason number 3 is an upscale feel of this vehicle, which starts from the exterior and then really transitions into the interior. And like I say, this is like a Lexus with a Toyota badge in it. And for the reference, you can watch a video by Car Care Nut Guy. He's a mechanic who lifted this vehicle and then basically went over this, everything, and starting from like engine bay cover, which is from Lexus, and all the parts that are shared more with Lexus than Toyota in this vehicle, kind of showing how upscale this car is. And it's built with that in mind. And overall, its stylish, elegant design kind of speaks, right, that unique quality type of a craftsmanship from Toyota. Another gentleman from Automotive Press, who is an ex-engineer, he goes over all the panel gaps and then the paint thickness. I'm going to reference that video as well. And again, in some areas it matches Lexus, and other areas it even exceeds Lexus. And for those who don't know, this car is built in Japan, and we literally waited our car for like about a month and then picked it up the next day. It only had 3 miles, so this car was imported from Japan. So it does look and feel special in that way. And again, look at this interior, right? This is another reason why this car feels so upscale. This leather tan interior feels very soft and kind of plush. And it's a good time to spend in this vehicle, whether you are commuting daily or you are road tripping, like we are going to be going to national parks. So this is the reason number 3 why we found this car to have an elevated experience over RAV4 Hybrid or Honda CR-V Hybrid. And the reason number 4 why we went with the Toyota Crown Signia is that my wife and I considering to tow a small teardrop camper, something let's say of a new camp 320, which is around 2,000 pounds. This vehicle will be perfect for that. It's rated to tow 2,700 pounds, believe it or not, for a hybrid vehicle. Whereas let's say RAV4 Hybrid can only tow around 1,750. Prime can do 2,500 pounds. And CR-V Hybrid can only tow 1,000 pounds, which was a huge downer for us because yes, we do want to have that option. I know many of you are not going to tow anything with this vehicle, but for a small teardrop camper, why not, right? That was the reason number 4. And the reason number 5 we went with the Toyota Crown Signia is the driving experience in this vehicle. All right, why don't we go for a drive and discuss this? So first of all, I want to say that this is not a fun to drive type of a vehicle, right? For me personally, I do have a BMW X3 M40i that takes care of my fun stuff. Now, but we are discussing a RAV4 Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid, right? This car feels very, comfortable, very pleasant to drive, whether you are commuting or, like I said, I'm gonna use it more for road trips. So it's very quiet. And let's say compared to CR-V and RAV4 Hybrid, this car has better sound deadening materials, so it definitely feels more quiet in this cabin than let's say in your CR-V Hybrid or RAV4 Hybrid. Like I said, it's basically on par with Lexus. And then when you drive this vehicle, and you should rent one, don't just go for test drive around the dealership block, you will definitely see how quiet this vehicle is. Now let's unpack how is it different than RAV4 Hybrid and CR-V Hybrid, right? As far as RAV4 Hybrid, this car is something in between sedan and crossover. And this is what I really like because it feels more of a sedan, like elevated sedan than the crossover. But it doesn't feel like Camry. It does feel a bit more rigid, a bit more solid, I would say, than Camry. Camry feels a little plasticky, maybe not the right word to use, but it feels lighter. It feels, in some ways, let's say SE Camry that I reviewed here feels more nimble and more fun, right? This is not a fun car. So it has traits of a crossover for being heavy and sturdy, but at the same time, it feels like you're driving, like I said, elevated sedan, right? And I personally like it. It's a nice, pleasant, upscale cabin to be in. Now, if you are a type of person who does like more elevated vehicles, then crossovers might be your thing, and this could be the biggest reason why you will pick a RAV4 Hybrid or CR-V Hybrid, because you want to sit higher than this vehicle offers. So make sure to consider that as well. Now, as far as the CR-V Hybrid, well, honestly, that is one of the most actually favorite vehicles to drive in terms of a non-luxury crossovers, because I think CR-V Hybrid nailed it really well. It's definitely a most fun to drive car, I think, in its class. The steering feels a little firmer. It is more nimble, more fun to drive overall. The powertrain, the hybrid powertrain in CR-V Hybrid is just absolutely amazing. Yes, it does feel a little bit underpowered with around like 204 horsepower only, but they have these natural shifts, like they mimic those, ECVT fake shifts to make it sound like it's a natural, vehicle to drive, versus Toyotas, right? Where they are reliable, they stood the times, they are used in Ubers and taxis, that you can put like 200,000 miles on this without any issues. Yet it's drony, right? When you step on the gas, you hear that drony sound, and that's what deteriorates kind of from the luxury experience, right? For me personally, I was okay with. I wanted a hybrid. I wanted Toyota for longevity and being able to put many miles. So I know exactly what I'm buying, even though I'm a car enthusiast. But from the experience point of view, driving dynamics, I think CR-V Hybrid is definitely the car that definitely stands out, even compared to the RAV4 Hybrid or even this vehicle. So yeah, this is just a quick breakdown. But if you are looking for a luxury, quiet cabin, something that feels solid, a little bit heavy, yet easy to drive, because let's say it again, I said already many times reviewing Toyotas and Lexuses that their newest generation vehicles, they're not wobbly like they used to be. I had Camrys for almost 10 years in my college days, and it was a horrible, terrible car to drive. They were reliable, but driving dynamics were boring and wobbly. The modern Toyotas, they fixed all that. Now, even SE Camrys have some fun factor in them, but overall, it's a solid platform. It's not wobbly. It feels solid. It doesn't move, back and forth. It's just, a nice, safe car to drive, and that's what I like about modern Toyotas. Now, let me go ahead and tell you how you can get this top-loaded Crown Signia Limited with advanced tech package for the price closer to the RAV4 Hybrid. And now let's quickly discuss why this car is actually closer to fully loaded RAV4 Hybrid than you think. Now, I was able to negotiate down this vehicle from $52,800 to $46,698. That's about 11.5% discount. Now, how did I do this, right? First of all, I've been using some negotiation strategies that I know for many years. I've been doing this with my cars, and I said it about my BMW. I got 10% MSRP off. I pretty much did it on this car as well. Now, and for some of you who are good negotiators, you'll be like, yeah, that's exactly what you can do. Others, and I talked to so many people, be like, oh, I got $2,000 off. I thought it was good enough, and I took it, right? And in reality, it means you could have brought it down 4,000 more. So the reality is that you need to be able to test the depth of that discount, right? How much dealers are willing to discount this particular vehicle. And you'll be surprised that all dealers are not the same, even though they're all selling brand new vehicles and there's an actual lease offer, right? But that lease offer gives some baseline. In reality, you can go way, way, way beyond, because some dealers will be able to negotiate that if they're interested. So I was thinking to actually create an ebook on my channel where I can break down all these negotiation strategies, particularly how do you build leverage, because it's all about leverage. Dealers have leverage. They always try to use some points where they're gonna talk you into buying the car at the higher price, right? Whatever it is, like a bad credit, not many cars on the market, competitive, inflation, this and that. They'll throw all kinds of things there just to convince you that, they're giving you $1,000 off and you should just take it and run with it. In reality, you should not be buying into all this. And instead, you should actually see what's out there and who's getting for what, and then what is the depth of the discount you can get. So if you guys want me to roll out this kind of ebook or cheat sheet, I'm still deciding what I want to do. Include in your comment word ebook, right? Or I want ebook, or let me know when ebook is available, and I'll see how much interest there is, and I'll see if I want to work on something like this, because it's definitely gonna take me some time to put it all together, but it's gonna be super valuable. And I telling you, if you do it right, you could save thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, not all cars are equal, but yet you should always use negotiation strategies regardless, right? And it just makes you a better negotiator, not even in cars, in general, right? Like whether you're buying watches, you're buying anything else, any kind of luxury goods, even basic goods, you're gonna be just a better negotiator by building a leverage. So let me know what you think. Let me know on my 5 points about this vehicle. Any comments you have, I'll be happy to answer your comments and read them as well. And if you want to watch another video, I actually did a full review of this vehicle, of the Toyota Crown Signia, where I rented it first before buying this one. Make sure to watch this video, and I'll catch you soon.